this is quite a big field actually. I think we get a nice crop off this. I'm not sure how much oats horses eat, so we could actually make a bit of cash off this as well as just creating it for feed. So narrow, smooth corners. Let's do turn corners. Generate field course. Yes, it's going to take us a little while to do this field, I think. Drive that course. Jump him out. Close that up. And watch him go on his merry way. I've just stopped in there actually, as I just completely realised. We had the wrong seed in. Oats. That would have been a bit of a disaster. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Right. Now we should be good. There's a little bit of sugar beet in the corner there. Hopefully that won't be impacted when we combine this. Courseplay sometimes has a bit of a toys out of the pram moment if there's two different crops on a field. But we can... it's very possible we'll drive it manually anyway, so... Okay. This is going to take a little while, I think. Let's just check courseplay. 51 minutes it's saying. So, we'll leave him to crack on with that. Class is busy in the other field. Well, he's covered the big edge already. We'll probably get the entire of the long edges done with this load of seed, but we'll need to top him up after that. So we'll let him run for a bit. there we go. Another field sown. As you saw, I went over the edges there. Wanted to make sure that we didn't have any gaps in the field, any little bits that we'd missed using Courseplay. So here we are. We can pop this in the shed. We are not going to need this for a little while. Let's close up, and I'm impressed actually. I thought I might have to stop during during that field to go and refill the other drill that's on the Massey, but it seems to have performed pretty well. So what we'll do is we'll just drop this drill here, and then we'll go and check on the Massey, see how much seed he's got left. If he needs a top up, we can run over with the class and make sure that he's got enough seed in the tank to finish that field, and then we will have a think about what we need to do with our next vehicles. We need a baler, we need a mower, so, and a tedder or a windrower as well. Now it is a small field, so we don't need anything substantial. I may even buy a front mower, which means I can run the tedder directly behind it. Now before I run over there, let me just check the Massey. 27% left. He is probably going to need some more seed before the end, isn't he? So let's run the seed trailer over. Have that ready in the field for him when he needs it. We can look at mowers and tedders and balers and all of those things. Now, like I said, you know, where I can, I'll buy stuff. But equally, when it's just not worth it, like just drilling that one field, we will always lease. Now, I think with a mower and a baler and a tedder, they're the kind of things we're going to use over and over. So we'll definitely think about spending a bit of money on them. I think we've done pretty well, actually, to hold on to our cash from the last harvest. It puts us in a good position for the next harvest when it arrives. So invest in some more equipment. Be interesting to see what the numbers will be like off this next harvest as well. We'll obviously make sure that all our fields are 100% fertilised. It's always important to maximise the yield where we can, especially where we're trying to make money. Also, not smashing into your gates, because you misjudge your turn is a skill you should really learn. Just tuck this out of the way here, so it doesn't get in the way of the seeder when it comes past. Here he's coming down now. It's probably got about 20% left. Okay, let's just leave that there. Shut the gates. Let's go shopping for some mowers. Okay, so here we are. Let's have a look in the shop and see what we can find. So we definitely need. It's not a huge field, so I don't want to go crazy here. There's a 3.6 meter wide class mower there, 22 grand. Might be worth buying that. We can add the second part on later on if we want. That seems like a fair bet, doesn't it? I say we just dive in it and get that 70 horsepower, so it's not going to be too taxing on the tractor. Plus it matches, very important. So let's get that. So that's 3.6 meters. Let's find ourselves a windrower. Oh, we need a tedder as well. So the smallest one is 6 meters because we're going to turn it. We want hay. We don't need grass. We need hay. So let's get that little tedder as well. That'll do for starters, and then we can come back and get our windrower and our baler in a little while. Let's get this back to the field. This shouldn't take too long in this little grass field, so if we crack on with this, we could maybe even have some bales by the end of the day. So just very quickly add a load back into there so he can carry on with the field. Now, hopefully, if all goes to plan, I should just be able to drop him on here. He'll crack on. He's only got a couple more up and downs, and they'll be doing the headlands. And we'll jump back and start getting that grass cut. Perfect. Right. Let's go and mow some grass. Turned on. Lowered as well. I might just go straight on here. Hopefully. Yes, like I said, our tedder is wider than our mower, but that's not the end of the world. We'll just take us a bit of extra time to get everything captured, but this will turn this straight to hay, which is helpful for us because we're not on seasons, and we can just go and turn this into rows in a minute and then get the baler on it straight away. Now I'm toying between square and round bales. I probably will go for round bales, to be honest, for no other reason than the cost of the baler is about half. So while I'm happy to spend a bit of money on some kit, I still think we don't want to go crazy just yet. We haven't got money to burn. Some sort of random jump there for the horse. So we'll push on. We'll get this done and we will be back very shortly. We'll just finish these last couple of rows off here. It's actually been quite nice. Doing some grass work again. We have to think back all the way to something like episode 4 was the last time, maybe be a few episodes after that. Although it does feel like a long time since we've done any grass work. Quite enjoy grass work. Enjoy all the different parts of it that you need to think about. So it's going to be nice to be turning this into some bales. Thinking about getting them stored. We are eating through our cash now, although we do have a bit of a surplus there. Genuinely think we can afford to invest in our next couple of bits of kit. We're going to need, like I said, the windrower, which isn't going to be particularly expensive, so I'm not concerned about that one. A baler, and also a trailer that we can gather up the bales with. So they're staples though. I think once we've got those, they'll come in handy, not just for mowing the grass every time we need to get some more hay, but also that means we can turn any of the crops like the oats. We can look after our own bales there, gather them up as well. So just switch to my lift the mower up. That's that done. Just run over a couple of bits of this that are looking a bit green. Make sure it's all, or as much of it as possible, is turned to hay. And then we can get straight back in here with a windrower, I think. Now we're looking at the Massey in the other field here. I think he's on his last pass. So we'll jump back in him just ever so quickly after this and make sure he's hit all his corners. It looks like he's done a pretty good job, actually. It's very possible we don't need to jump back in and check him, because he looks like he's on top of the job. Just turn this mower off, I think. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's missed any sections at all, actually. There's some fantastic corners there. So we'll let him finish that. I will fold up this windrower. Tedder. I always get these two mixed up. And we'll fold this up by pressing the right buttons and go and drop these in the shed, probably at the new farm actually. Drop this in front of it if it'll let me. Because we're always going to need to pick this up before we windrow it. Let's get it really straight up. There we go. Drop that down. Unhook it. Let's get this all put into rows. Let's jump back to the field with this. Get it on. It's coming up to 4 PM in the afternoon on the farm, so we can get this rowed and baled tonight. That'll be a good job done. It might be a nice fitting end to the episode as well. Now before we get started with this, I am just going to jump in the Massey, empty that out and get that drill returned. So here we are. Just turn off course plate. That's a good job done. Decent crop of oats potentially in here for next year, or next harvest. We can set ourselves on the go to being self-sufficient and buying some horses. Well, let's jump back in the class here. Let's get this into some tidy rows, ready for baling. Okay, we're nearly done here, and I'm kind of laughing at how appallingly bad I've done this. I mean, these are the worst rows I think I've ever seen. But hey, you know what? Are we cool guys? We're among friends here. We'll just not talk about this. We'll get it baled really quickly, and we'll never mention it again. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a few days since I've played, so will you let me off? It's actually quite a decent crop on here as well. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be interested to see how many bales we can get off here. I also don't know how many bales horses need. It's food, I guess, rather than bedding. So we'll hopefully mix with the oats. Won't be too onerous. But at the same time, it's grass, so it grows quicker than the oats. So hopefully we'll maybe even get another crop off this. At the same time, it'll take for the other crops to grow. So we'll pop this in the shed, and we will probably use the Massey actually, which is sitting in the other field, to hook up a baler and quickly whip that stuff off the field. That'll bring us nicely to an end of the day. Okay, had to just quickly drop out of the game there. I had it downloaded as a mod, but I hadn't installed it. So it's in now, and it is a nice little case round baler, which will probably be right at the far end here, next to the New Holland. It's actually a little bit cheaper, but there it is. It's almost, I think it virtually is. In fact, let's go and have a look. Let's just do a comparison. I'm not going to lie to you, it looks like an identical model. But we will get that. 46k, 66, okay. Just need to be a bit careful now. That only leaves us with 20 grand. We've got to lease a combine at some point. That's frustrating. We've also got to pick these up with a trailer. It's £2 grand to lease it, or 46, but I'm going to lease it. Just getting a bit too flash with the cash there, I think, wasn't I? So let's jump into the field with this, and I think we will leave it there for this episode, and we will come back for the next episode, get this field finished off, see how the other fields are performing. We'll obviously need to buy a trailer to pick these up as well, get them into storage, but for now we will call it a night there. Thank you as always for watching, it's much appreciated. If you're enjoying the channel and you aren't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps. I am on my way to 200 subscribers. I will do a giveaway at 200 subscribers for a copy of Farming Simulator 19, a Steam copy, so a PC version of the game. So if you want to be included in that, get subscribing. And I'm the Farmsim guy, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching.